Okay, we're about 8.5 hours in and we're getting ready to land in Tokyo.
So we made it on our 8-hour flight. We had 2 meals. They were okay.
The second one was better.
Turkey sandwich. The first one was some kind of rice and chicken and some kind of noodles and pork.
The noodles tasted like spicy flowers.
But we're here. And Ryan is in another room trying to figure out the train situation. We'll update you soon.
It's time to make this incredible journey. So it'll take us about an hour and 10 minutes. We have now been nomadic for 6 weeks, and life's lessons are already taking hold upon how we see the world. From the stark contrast of Costa Rica's carefree, pura vida lifestyle to the rigid, rule-infused society that walked the bustling streets of Tokyo, there are some commonalities that can be found. We as humans, be it Americans, Costa Ricans, or Japanese, we all seem to be racing towards the same finish line, regardless of the cultural or societal norms that have been impressed upon us. It is becoming apparent to us that as we sail down the river that we call life, there are only a few intangibles that truly make a difference, and everything else is simply noise in the background, only there to distract us from those things that provide real happiness and fulfillment. The most beautiful part is that these intangibles are there for every person to grab a hold of, and they don't cost any money or require any special attributes to attain. It is easy to forget what those intangibles are amongst all that noise, and we are in a constant struggle to hear them through the static. But as every week passes on this great adventure we have embarked upon, that same static seems to be slowly dissipating as our vision becomes more and more clear. The love and support of those that we have chosen to surround ourselves with is the single most important thing that we must have when navigating the turbulent waters of life. If you have that, then everything else becomes so much easier. And as we float down the river on our backs, staring up at the sky, bathing in buckets of moonlight, it is important to remember not to fight the flow of the current, but rather to let it take you where it may, remembering to enjoy every breath along the way as we admire the stars drifting across an infinite universe. Letting them be a constant reminder to not take things too seriously. We are simply passengers on a ship that we are not piloting. Fighting the flow of the river, trying to bend it to your will, can only lead to frustration, exhaustion, despair, and regret. And when the rocks are scraping our backs, we have to simply accept that that is part of the ride, always remembering that the ride itself is a gift to be embraced and cherished. We must focus on the present, the immediate moments in front of us, never looking backwards at those unpleasant moments left in our wake. We carry with us the faith that if we simply follow this path, when the final curtain is drawn, we will hear the cheers and applause of those that we love and support and bask in the belief that we did it all the best that we knew how. We are Blue Linen, and this is our story. I'm getting punked out here in Japan. I just went to get a cup of coffee. There's no coffee shops open anywhere. So I went to the 7-Eleven. I couldn't even figure it out. I left with nothing. And this city is so quiet. This is the biggest city in the world, and I feel like I'm in the middle of a forest by myself. It's a weird place. I'm not sure. They're getting the best of me. I'm gonna go back to the place and regroup and try to figure out a new plan, because we're gonna have to figure this out. Sailor and I went to the grocery store last night, and I went to the 7-Eleven this morning, as I told you earlier. But now, we're taking our first official trip out into the madness of Tokyo.
Wish us luck.
So, come along and we'll see how this goes.
So Sailor and I continuing to be a passenger princess while Ryan figures out the Tokyo subway. I mean, look how cute this is. A lot of people come here just to see this cat.
Shinjuku. From here, I have no clue where to go, so you tell me. Taylor was starving and had been talking about trying some authentic Japanese ramen for weeks, so it seemed like a good idea to wander into this ramen shop we happened to be standing in front of. We ended up down in a tiny basement, unable to communicate, sitting in tiny one-person cubicles where the staff remained hidden and all talking was forbidden. As you can probably gather, the girls were not impressed. But what an introduction to Japan it was.
It was a huge line to come in there.
I mean, it wasn't the best thing I've ever heard, but I thought it was fun.
You lost one. You lost a soldier. Okay. It smells good. Chicken on a stick.
That looks good.
It's a little rubbery.
Better than the ramen.
It's not better than your cold chicken you had last night. I don't know if I can get past the rubbery, but it's all right.
You're good. You gotta take what you can get here. Lower your expectations and everything's a lot better.
If it was...
It's also gas station chicken. So.
Right. This is from the 7-Eleven. Because we were starving. I mean, it's really actually a pretty decent flavor. You wanna try it?
No, it looks like good chicken too though.
So, we watched a TikTok the other day, and this girl, I guess she lives in Japan, said that the #1 snack that she would recommend is this. And we came into the 7-Eleven to find it. We're gonna put it to the test and see what we think.
It's a waffle cone with vanilla ice cream and a chocolate bar.
I mean, you can't go wrong, right? Okay, better get in there, get in. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to elbow you.
It's hard.
Her face says it's delish.
It's delicious.
Sensory overload was in full effect as we wandered the streets of Shinjuku and Shibuya, aimlessly taking everything in. And before long, the sun faded into the night, unleashing the lights of Tokyo upon us, quickly reminding us that we were foreigners in a brand new world.
We're about to head into the Shibuya crossing.
You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor. Hard to resist, got me looking like this, like the one before. 'Cause I must be strong.
And just in case we hadn't been overwhelmed enough on our first day in Tokyo, we ended the night stumbling through the mega Don Quijotes. This place is something else. 7 floors of endless madness. People everywhere and nonsensical junk stacked from floor to ceiling. It is inconceivable to me that a place like this exists, yet here we are, middle of the night, lost in this sea of anything and everything, searching for nothing and finding it all. Don Quijote left us drained and defeated, so it's time to find a metro station and make our way back to the house. Join us on the next video as we dive deeper into Tokyo with a little bit more of a plan as we try to fully embrace the Japanese people and their culture. Did you try the top?
Good.
What are you trying now?
A baked ice cream.
Creme brulee.
Creme brulee.
It's an ice cream with creme brulee topping. Is it delish? Better than the ice cream earlier?
Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. It's completely free.